Vamos sin presión. Quieres saltarte todos los procesos, ya viene la acción. Que tú me pidas y no te sueltes, sube la tentación. Siente la conexión, na, sin prisa va a llegar. Baby, va rápido, bájale, pa' que esta vuelta se note.
Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome back again to another video tutorial lesson from the APB Training Club. My name is Apex Elenu, your aspiring professional pool player, that is a national pool player and pool instructor based here in the small island of Jamaica. And in this video tutorial here, once again, we are back at it on the practice table. You would have already been seeing a few of my uploads from this particular training session here. We have been working assiduously at my game. I'm trying my very best to improve, and of course I am motivated each and every day that I get on this table. When I get on the practice table, I really try my very best to do well, and at the same time I'm very objective about my learning. I'm a student of the game, but I'm also very much a student of my own game. Alright, now if this is the first time you're on the channel, I do offer tutorial contents based on improving your game, becoming very consistent at your game, controlling how much you learn the game, and of course improving with a high level of precision and accuracy. Alright, now do not forget to smash the subscribe button below. Do not forget to turn on the post notification bell to be updated weekly and sometimes daily whenever I post tutorial contents to improve your 9-ball, 10-ball and 8-ball game. Alright, now of course leave some comments and questions down below. There is a PayPal link to which you are free to contribute towards the growth of my channel or the growth of my game. The aim is to get myself to the next level and possibly represent my country, possibly in the future at the World Pool Championships, or no matter what the event is, somewhere far away from here where I can stamp my name as one of the most improved player in my country. Now here we go, we're going to jump into this 9-ball rack and we're going to be assessing once again the thought process that goes through my mind as I play this rack of 9-ball. It's obviously not going to be a break and run, but there is tips and advice and lessons that you can take from this to supercharge your game for the future. Now I'm playing on a bar box table with the 1 ball on the spot, and I'm trying to use a cut break here. Alright, and I did ask you guys for some suggestions as it relates to how can I actually get that 1 ball to get into the side on this table. As you can see, for the 4th or 5th time in this particular week, you would have seen where that 1 ball keeps coming up short of the side pocket. It tends to always go down rail and head to the bottom rail, while the cue ball slides into the side rail and comes back onto the middle of the table. Now when I get it really good, when I hit that 1 ball squarely, I tend to always get very good control in the center of the table, and I sometimes get a really good look at the 1. But here we go guys, we're here and this is the layout that we have. What goes on during the 9-ball rack? What are you supposed to be thinking about? A lot of the times I watch a lot of tutorial YouTube channels and I find a lot that you see how to do a break and run, but you're gonna find that pool is a lot more exciting whenever you get into the safety aspect of the game. What is the best way to play a safety? Now I'm on the 1 here. I have a cut shot on the 1, but it's a little difficult, so I've decided rather than going for the wild cut, I'm just going to bank that 1 ball and come up a bit, bank that 1 ball to rail. Now I did make a mistake here because the cue ball got away. The 1 ball got into the zone where I wanted it to, but the cue ball got away and I almost leaked a shot. Fortuitously though, I was able to play a safety on that 1 because now, well, it's a containing safety on that 1. My opponent, which is the invisible ghost, cannot see the 1, so I'm gonna have to play a subtle safety here. Now have a look at this safety here guys. Thinning the 1 there, controlling the 1 to stay in between the 7 and the 6, and at the same time, which was the intent, to wedge up behind that 6, and that was a very well reaction to that particular safety there played by the ghost. Alright, so here my only other option now is to just kick at this 1 ball, but you're gonna see that as you get better and better in the game, and you learn the systems and you learn to apply the systems. The system that you see I'm using here is the 7-pocket kick system for one rail. I'll leave a link in the description where you can actually learn how to do what I'm doing here. This guarantees you a hit on the one, or guarantees you a hit on the object ball there. Now I got again fortuitous in terms of the result. I got a double kiss and the one ball is still safe. All right, so that was not my intent, but it works out. My systems works very good, and I use a lot of systems when I'm playing the game. I calculate a lot when I'm playing the game, and that's just the nature of my type of game that I play. I'm a very precise and accurate type of player here. Now what I'm trying to do here, which again is an error, this again, the one ball still remains safe, but at first when the shot was executed, I basically sold out because I was trying to kind of hit the one ball a bit thicker to carry it back behind the 7 and to carry the cue ball, just to make sure that the one ball is not laid easy for my opponent. But I got fortuitous, a little bump there on the 4 and got me behind the 3, and now all I have here again is another kick. So 3 fortuitous results there, right? Did none of which was intended. The intent was to play safe, but the exact result of the save was not what I intended. But nevertheless, when your intent is good, sometimes good results follow you. Now I'm only having a one rail kick here at the 1. I kind of kicked at that a little bit while I don't think that there was a plan in my mind as it relates to how I would love to play a safety from that kick. It is something that I'm working on in my game, the kick safe element of the game. So that's something that is going to supercharge my game and get me to the highest level. So there we go. Kick sold out the game here. And now I left myself here with a pot on the 1. Nice stroke there in between the 4 and the 5. Coming back out just to see a pot here on the 2. Now the 2 lays nicely for the side pocket here. So just rolling forward a little bit, controlling the speed, leaving a shot here on the 3. Now the rack lays tough. It is not easy. Clearly, as you can see, you guys, it's not easy to run out this rack, but it's exactly how I know this. When I watch this video and I'm commentating on this video, I realize how much passion I have for the game, how much my practicing is working out. Have a look at this shot. Now I have a back cut here on the 3. It's a little thin, but I have enough that I can play with draw and come around 2 rails for the 4. Now I got the shot on the 4, but again, I'm only getting lucky in terms of my position. I'm trying to play the correct thing, which is to actually draw off the short rail and back to the side rail where that chalk was, and to come around. That was the intent. But I hit the jaws of the side pocket here and landed nicely here on the 4. Alright, so far a lot of fortuitous luck in terms of position being happening here, and fortuitous safety. But this is what happens when you're playing good and the pool gods are with you here. Now I'm just gonna cut this 4 ball into the side, and just with a bit of top left, coming 2 rails. The aim is to try to get back out to the middle of the table, but the angle that I had, because it was so thin to back cut that 4, I didn't want the cue ball to get too close to this cluster right here, leaving me with a tougher shot to get back from the 5 to the 6. So that's why I just settled for this position here. Alright, so I'm up a little bit short. Now what I'm looking at here is to try to cut this 5 ball and to go 2 rails back over to where the 7 ball is on that side, because the 6 ball can only be potted into this bottom right pocket here. But it's a tough cut. The table is fast. Remember that I told you that this table has very bouncy rails. So you're gonna see here I have to stroke this shot with some top left, about 10 o'clock spin here, throw the 5 ball into the pocket, almost stood up, but the speed, you can see that the 5 ball didn't go cleanly into the pocket, which is what kind of destroyed my positional route here on the 6. So I've landed on the side of the 6 that doesn't allow a clear pot. Now what do you do in this situation? Do you play safe? it is naturally something that you ought to do, right? I'm actually looking at constructing some sort of safety, but I really don't want to leave my opponent any sort of shot in any way, shape, or form for him to return the safety. So I'm going all aggressive here, and this is, like I said, it depends on your skill level, it depends on what you know about the game, it depends on these things. You can see here that I'm looking at a cross bank in the corner. Now, for those who don't think that this is an intent, you'll clearly see that I called the shot. I'm playing 9-ball, but I called the shot so that you guys can see that that was my intent. So I just need to escape this double kiss here. That was an incredible shot there by Apex Selenia in that position there. I had no other option other than to play safe, but I got something out of the bag there. And that's what happens when you put a lot of practice and dedication in your game in terms of gaining the knowledge required to play shots like those. Now, here is where the mistake occurred in the rock. I have a decision to make here. Now, I'm not sure if I should actually pot the 7 and try to hold position for the 8, because it's a little thin, right? It's a little thin, so I know that the cue ball is going to get away. I don't really want to leave myself with any of a difficult shot here on the 8. But I decided to hold it. I think naturally what I should have done was to go around the table. But I just kind of felt like I was going to lose control of my cue ball. So I decided that, hey, take a tougher pot on the 8 and just kind of compose yourself and relax. I knew exactly that this was what was going to happen to me, but I wasn't sure. Now you can see I'm doing some gestures there. I have to adjust not only for the cut shot, but I have to adjust also for the table speed. Now, on a 9-foot table with a clock that is not this fast, you may be able to cut this 8 and go 1-2 rails to the 9. But this requires me not only to go 2 rails, but in fact, I have to let the cue ball go and bounce maybe about 4 rails to get some sort of shot on the 9, because the table is so fast. Now, I missed this shot here. As to why, I was in 2 minds. I didn't really want to have the cue ball traveling so many rails because I would lose control. So I tried to spin it in with a bit of top left. And as you can see, if I had made it, I would have had a really good shot there on the 8, on the 9, but it didn't work out and I missed the shot, and it happens. Now, just nicely playing a 2-rail position there from the 8 to the 9, and that got me the out. But, you know, it's a learning process. I'll see you in the next tutorial, guys. Take care until then.